what you want your life to be at all. Life is so much.
We are on the same page. Everyone knows.
Hello, welcome. My name is Obin Darko. Welcome. Please subscribe to this channel. Share the channel with your friends and family. Today, I want to share with you traits of an entrepreneur. Some things that you must have to build your business or to start a business. Sometimes when you meet an old friend or you meet some people and they ask you what to do, and you tell them you are in a business, and almost all the time a lot of them will say, I've always wanted to start a business on my own. People say those, but I don't really know if they have developed some of these things to be able to go into business and at least see some level of success, and maybe the endurance to stay through to see some level of success. So my name is Obin Darko. The first one I would say is you should be somebody who is a fighter. You should be somebody who fights, meaning you really want to become successful with your life, and you don't want a lot of controls, a lot of regiments. You really want to fight to create your own destiny. If you have that kind of disposition, it's likely that you can start a business and stay through all the things that will come up to be successful. The other one is that you can start by yourself. You're able to overcome what they call inertia. That most people are stagnated. They think of business ideas, they write even business plans, they think through, but they are not able to start it. So most people who are able to start business are people who they initiate themselves. They don't need a lot of encouragement for them to start anything themselves. Once it comes through the mind, they want to start something, especially those who start their first businesses. So you are somebody who would want to start something without a lot of encouragement from people. You just want to start because yes, mistakes will come, but you're not so much scared of the mistakes. You are so much into what that which you want to start will become. You want to see the results of what you have thought, how it would be like if you're able to turn that into a business. The other one is that they are highly self-disciplined people. They're able to manage their time. They're able to manage the things that there's discipline. If they're in Ghana they say indiscipline. No, most people who start businesses are very highly disciplined people. It means that they're able to discipline themselves with money. They're able to discipline themselves in terms of ethics, when to get up, when to go to sleep, when to send the product to the customer. They're disciplined. They don't just say tomorrow, and tomorrow you have to call them and remind them. Most great entrepreneurs, those who become very hugely successful, are highly disciplined people. They are the main taskmasters. They are the ones who hold themselves responsible. The other one that you see that they assume a lot of passion, and it's infectious. When you're talking to them, you want to become them. They are highly passionate people, and they are passionate about their business. They are passionate about the change that they want to bring. They are passionate about what they are innovating. They are passionate about what they are selling, what they are building. If somebody has to, when you meet somebody and you're shy of talking about the business that you're building, the ideas that you're polishing, the business that you're packaging, you may not be so much. You may do it as a side something, to get some income. But for you to turn it into something significant, you would have to have a lot of passion. They can wake you up and you are talking about it and you want to go and look for it. They express courage as well. Because business, as they say, requires a lot of risk, and people who are able to become entrepreneurs and build something out of the idea into business are people who express courage. It does not mean they don't have their doubts, yes, but they will rather not let doubt keep them. They will just, try to see if, and they are ready to deal with the consequences of their choices and their decisions. If they take the decision to start it, and it turn out to be something different, they stay with it. You have courage. You need courage to be successful in this life, and they have that. And they have very strong beliefs, belief system, strong one. It's almost extremes. They virtually at the point of being called mad by people who are very realistic So, very strong beliefs. If they say that I stand with this, a lot of the times they may have thought through it several times, several days, and now they take a decision to say I'm with this, and it's very difficult for you to change their belief on that. And they express a lot of confidence as well. They believe in themselves. There is a lot of self-confidence. If you so much in doubt of your abilities, of your giftings, of your thinking, of the things that you stand for, and that's why in cultures where there's not much requirement as to how they build their self-esteem, as to how they want to stand up for themselves, those cultures are not able to produce a lot of people who are entrepreneurs. You know, if somebody wants to break the entrepreneur spirit in any group of people, they make them doubt themselves, you know. So now they don't think that they deserve the best. They don't think that they can solve their own problems. They don't think that they can stand up for anything, you know. But the culture that is able to produce a lot of entrepreneurs are cultures that produce a lot of people who believe that their destiny is in their hands and they can do whatever that they want to do with what they have and where they are. They're not trying to say that wherever that I am now is not good, is bad. They express a lot of confidence, a lot of self-belief, you know. And people who express that are able to overcome a lot of challenges and win with their business. And they're very much not people who are close-minded. You know, some people say that you know the data is saying this, but you know, in as much as they are very much strong in their beliefs, they are able to challenge themselves if the data is saying something different. If the sales are deviating, that is the data. They want to know why is the sales, you know, why the sales are deviating. Creativity, they're very creative, and people who build businesses, entrepreneurs who become significantly successful, very creative. They create on their feet. They think through their feet. They solve problems. They want solutions. They do that. They do that all the time. So if you're somebody who's saying that, you know, I want to start business, but you know, you just want to follow. Some people want to start business just because they want to make money. That's okay. But people who really want to innovate, add something, add value, bring something that somebody else has not done, those people a lot of the times are very much creative. You know, they create not just physical product, but a lot of times processes as well. The other thing is that they believe in their country. And that's why it's dangerous for us to have a youth who don't believe that there is something good in their country. It's one of the works that we have to do to conscientize our youth that if you don't believe in the country that you are born into, where else do you want to believe? You want to believe in all these countries that they show on TV, but not the country that you were born into. That is somebody. That means that somebody lied to them, you know, through TV, through movies, through the classroom, through the other things that they hear, through books. Now we have to make sure that they at least believe in their country. You have to believe in the country, because if you don't believe in anything, then it's very difficult for you to see the opportunities there. So that confidence is so critical. That people, the youth particularly, are much more interested in the people who are in their youth. Sometimes the elderly, they give up too. They give up. That's why they want to build their houses outside the country. They want to, you know, send their children outside school because they don't believe that anything worthwhile can be done here. But those who have confidence in their country, no matter what, will focus on those things that they think are good and build with that. You don't need everything to be 100%. There's no country that is 100% right. But if you want to be successful in that country, if you want to be successful in your own country, what you have to do is focus on the things that are right and build from there. And when you have been able to build capacity, when you have been able to build something, then you can look at the negatives and maybe look at how you can solve them. So my name is Obin Darko. I'm talking about some of the things that you have to possess, some of the things that you must develop if you are thinking of starting a business or becoming an entrepreneur. And those who become hugely successful in terms of being entrepreneurs are people who carry these things. You know, they start by themselves. They don't wait for you to push them. Some people have done all the research is there, but that's good. You don't need to be perfect. You just have to make some profit. You don't need to be perfect. You just have to make sure that you start, because the wisdom will come when you have started. No matter how intelligent you are, when you put it on the ground, that's where you will see the right report will come out. You are so much in love with this business, with this product. It really does not matter. It's only when you have started to sell it, then people will tell you what they think about what you think is so. You think you're a genius, then people will tell you what they think about what you have created, and your ability to hold the opposing report that comes will decide whether you'll be huge. And they are disciplined, highly disciplined. They're very passionate, and they're visionary. They look far. They are not looking at today. They are looking at the next 10 years, 20 years, 30 years, how this business, how this idea will turn out to be. And they express courage as well. They're very courageous, and they have strong belief system, very strong. Some of them are atheists, very strong, and they never change. So confident as well. They express confidence. And if you don't have confidence, it will be very difficult for you to stay with this entrepreneurship journey, because it's never straightforward. It goes up and down until you become skilled for it to start to go up and upwards. And they are not close in terms of their thinking. The other day somebody was saying, somebody didn't quote some story of creation and saying that, the Bible says. No, but that is your story from the Bible position. Somebody else has another story on creation from another position. What you have to do is just listen to them. You don't have to agree with them, but be open-minded to listen to them. And be open-minded to a point where people can disagree with you and even tell you are wrong and criticize you, and you don't take those so much personally. Some people take those things so deeply, especially on social media. If you are I remember there was a time I disagreed with somebody I knew, and that person just blocked me, deleted me, cut me off, and they took it personal. And most people cannot understand, handle, from social media. And I understand. Some people, you have to be friends with them in person, in natural life, not in the cyberspace, because But some people will extend even the disagreement they have with you on social media to real life. You should be able to handle these opposing, thoughts, and so your ability to be a little open in terms of your thinking, and be challenged, and allow yourself to be challenged, and to sometimes to be disagreed with, and even criticized is a key to you becoming successful in what you do. And I said that your ability to also believe in the country that you come from. Africans especially, the African youth don't believe that you are nothing. Don't believe that you as an African, there's something wrong with you. Don't believe that you are inferior. And some of them will even say that the African is scarce. If you can entertain that thought, it means that you are very deluded in terms of the data you have about yourself. It almost borders on madness and craziness, For you to think that you, as you are, like me, Kwabena Darko, as I am, I'm thinking that because I'm African, I'm intelligent, I am. Just because some Africans do something wrong, does not mean that there's something wrong with the African race. Just as you go to China, there are a lot of people who do things wrong. I mean, even the Caucasians don't think that they're crazy. Look through history. Which other tribe, which other race has done more evil than them? But even that, we say that they are intelligent. So it depends on the data that you have. But you are not case. You're not. Believe in Africa. Believe in yourself. And you don't need to go through all those areas trying to get to Europe. You'll be sad. What you really need to succeed are the things that I've mentioned. The things that I've mentioned. Those are the things that you need to succeed. If you want to travel somewhere to go and look at what they do, no problem. But if you think that you go there to become successful, it won't go beyond just eating KFC or Burger King or something like that. Or getting some house on credit or some car on credit, and getting some certificate. But to be hugely successful with that which is within your heart, to make significant input in the lives of others, and create maybe businesses, empires, organizations that will change life and live beyond you, that one really does not matter that much. Because after all, there are a lot of people we're hugely successful in Africa. Go through any African countries, even the Africans, people who look like us, black people who are highly wealthy and been able to build a lot of businesses, they built them on the continent. So how can you believe that there's something wrong with you? In spite of all the organizational, the global powers and what they do to us, we still have a lot of significant success stories. So believe in that. Believe in Ghana. Believe there are so many opportunities here. So many opportunities. You have to just accept that there is. If you can't see the opportunities, then accept that there is something you don't know. Because you can only see what you've been exposed to. The more exposure you have, the more creative you become. And most people who can see still believe that they are exposed. They can't see, they can't find opportunity, they can't think of any business idea, but they still believe that they are exposed. Yes, maybe in the classroom. So thank you very much for watching. Subscribe to this channel, share the channel with your friends and with your family. Thank you very much for watching.